Hello my crafty friends, Katie here with Eastwick's Paper and Ink, and today I'm excited to be back for another video with Team Tiny. This month's theme is April showers, so the hashtag in the description box below will read hashtag Team Tiny Spring April Showers. Click that link, it's going to take you to everybody that's participating on the hop. I recommend definitely clicking through because there's a lot of new channels that have decided to participate with us. So there's some new crafters out there that you may not know about, and they have some pretty good content. So you want to make sure you click on that link and check out everybody that's participating on the hop. We do have 3 channels that are giving away some gift cards. Kiona the Craft Therapist is giving a $25 gift card to the Not Too Shabby shop. Catherine Kelly is giving a $25 gift card to scrapbook.com, and Sin over at stampinmunchkins.com is giving away a $20 gift card to stampinmunchkins.com. To be eligible, you have got to be subscribed to the giveaway channel and comment. So the more you comment, the better your chance of winning. More details will be provided on each person's channel that is doing the gift card giveaway. So make sure you check out those channels as well for further details. Now, if you're new here, then welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Team Tiny is a group of crafters that is not monetized. Our channels are not monetized. We have 1,000 subscribers or less, and so this means that there's no ads on our videos, so you can click away. There's no skipping the ad or anything like that, or having to suffer through, because some of these ads now are automatic. You just got to watch them. So this way you can hop right on through and you can watch all the channels. We would love it if you subscribed. It definitely helps us on YouTube, and also liking, sharing, commenting. Those are all things that get us out into YouTube land, so that other people like you can see our videos. So big thing, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment, make sure to like, make sure to share. And that's going to get our videos out there for us, and we really, really appreciate it. So with that being said, I am going to get into my video. So for today's video, I'm going to use some stencils, and I'm going to use, I have a few different ones here. I'm not sure, I may do one for all of them. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but we're going to play around and see what we can come up with. So one of the stencils I have is the flower pattern stencil from Simon Says Stamp. This is, I think, was a freebie from Honeybee Stamp, so it's just a honeycomb stencil. And this is the diagonal stripes from Simon Says Stamp. I just have some wax paper in there. When I have the spray adhesive on there, it keeps everything, keeps it from sticking everywhere. And this is just the Sassy Stripe stencil from Gina K Designs. Like I said, not sure which ones I'm going to use. I might use them all. I might only use 1 or 2. I'm just going to use some different distress inks. In our Facebook group, we talked about some ideas for this month, and we had come up with the April showers theme, rainbows, that kind of stuff. I opted to go with the rainbow. I toyed with doing like a sympathy card that was with like a rainstorm type thing, but we got a lot of depressing stuff going on right now with this COVID-19 and all that stuff. So I thought I'd do something a little bit more colorful, a little bit more friendly, if you will, to lift spirits and that kind of stuff. So I've just got a variety of colors here, just some mustard seed, spice marmalade, picked raspberry, peacock feathers, and seedless preserves. We're going to play around with those and see what we can come up with. I have this Nuvo Moonstone Glimmer paste, and if you watch my previous video, which I'll link up, I did a video for Marla's 500 subscriber celebration, and I talked about a possible dupe for this. Now, we're going to play around with a couple, but real quick. So this was the card that I made, and you can see, you know, that shimmer and all that stuff. And if you're familiar with what I call liquid gold here, because you can never find it, this Moonstone Glimmer paste. So this is what I have a couple examples. Now this one's a little bit thicker application, so it's a little bit more defined in the light and everything. This one I went a little bit lighter in application, still a little bit more defined. I have a couple other, you know, where I'm going to use my homemade stuff so we can see how they look. But here's a tip. What I use for my base is this Liquitex Gloss Heavy Gel. Now, it's not as transparent as they would claim to be. It does dry clear, but I do find it has a little bit more opacity than we really want. So if you have the Ranger texture paste, the translucent in either gloss or the matte, I don't think it would matter. That's a good base to work with as well. And I have a couple glitters that I tried for these two for this card. This one we're going to try out today, and that's just the Sparkle Dust from Nuvo. Now, I think these are pretty darn similar. I don't know if you can tell, but you can kind of see it's like a bluish sheen. The difference with the Nuvo is that in some of the lights, it's almost a reddish. Now in here, it's night. My kitty's been sick, so it's been a wild couple of days. So I'm filming this on the wire. But this glitter has more of a bluish sheen tint when you angle it in the light, whereas this one is kind of greeny, reddy, yellowy. So that's the difference. So I have some glitters and stuff like that that are coming that I can try, and hopefully we're going to be able to find a solid dupe. Okay, so I'm just speeding this right along, and I'm using some Strathmore 500 series hot press watercolor paper. That's 100% cotton paper. I really like that for ink blending. The inks that I'm using, because I think I threw in Chip Sapphire. So I've got Mustard Seed, Picked Raspberry, Seedless Preserve, Chip Sapphire, and Peacock Feathers. And I'm just going through and doing some quick blending. Not that it was super quick, but it probably took me like 10 minutes, I think. A little less than 10 minutes. So I just sped this right up. And I'm not going to do multiple. I'm just going to do one stencil. I had tested one of them out without a blended background, and I had just added the colors on. So you'll see that later on in the video as I start putting the cards together. Because I had already tested out the glitter that I picked up from Walmart, the bigger canister, I opted to just do a show and tell, if you will, of the Nuvo Sparkle Dust Snow Glow glitter. It's an ultra fine glitter is basically what it is. The one from Walmart is an extra fine, so it's got a little bit more, you know, the pieces are just a little bit bigger. Still very good for using as a glimmer paste, you know, to create a glimmer paste, as you saw earlier in the video. And so I really just wanted to see what it would look like with an ultra fine glitter. And I like it. I think it came out pretty good. So here I'm just showing you the product that I used, and I just used a little 2-ounce cup containers that I get from Walmart. You know, it's like a condiment cup, and it keeps them, you know, from drying out. I only do a little bit at a time because a little goes a long way, so it's not even like you need to make a bunch up. And so I'm going to set that off to dry, and while it's drying, I'm going to go through and do all my die cutting. Here I used just a couple sentiments. I have the Hello in white, like a pearlescent white cardstock, and I also have this Hugs. Now those dies came from the Hero Arts, my monthly hero kit from March of 2018. So that's where those came from. But you know, you can use any word die. Of course, you can use alphabet letters and create your own. Now for this background here is the one that I had done previously, and that was drying while I worked on the other one that had the blended background. And the white was, you couldn't really see, the sentiment didn't stand out. So I switched up and did that, die cut each in the white and the black. I die cut them out 3 times and layered those up. And this is the Fabriano black cardstock. I really like that black cardstock. You know, it's nice to have a little pad of, you know, plus I can use it for other things, not just sentiments, but lately that's what I've been using it for. And then just a little liquid glue to adhere those together. And the panels are still drying a little bit, so I just keep going with each step as I let those panels dry. And because I used a stencil, I could have, you know, obviously done them on the inside to give a little pattern on the inside, but they were soaking in a bowl of water, and I didn't want to mess around with it. So I actually just took the colors that I used for the Distress ink, which, you know, those don't stamp that great, but it was okay. And I used those to stamp my sentiments just to give a little bit of color and not look quite so plain and stark. And then I just took some 1/2-inch score tape to put a layer of fun foam on the back to pop it up a little bit, and I used liquid glue to add in the inside panel. The card base that I'm using is from Simon Says Stamp. That's the Fog cardstock. I just thought that a little bit of gray helped those colors pop a little bit more. And I decided to rotate my panel so that the yellow and orangey pinks were down at the bottom, and that way that black would stand out even more. And the Hugs I put right in the center of the card panel. And, you know, again, you can add any kind of sentiments that you want, but I just thought these were nice and simple and perfect to, you know, to send to people that you're thinking of right now. Well, that's going to finish it up for me today, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining me and liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to my videos. It really means a lot to me. Don't forget, click that hashtag Team Tiny Spring April Showers link that's down in the description box below. That's going to take you to all the other crafters that are participating in this hop, and it's going to take you to the lovely ladies who have offered up a giveaway for this particular hop. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.